Hello, everyone. How is everyone today? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the chat, everyone. Hope you're all doing well as usual. And have we all had a chance to read the Variety article from yesterday and listen to the Parasols and Archetypes podcast now? Hope we all have. Let's see who's in the chat. Thumbs up and subscribe as always if you haven't already, please. Yes, Mama Jane, it is a crazy time for the UK. Oh, help us, Lord. Like, I'm praying and laughing at the same time. Oh my God. Sylvia Dixon, question for UK squaddies. Will Liz go back to being a member of parliament once a new prime minister is named? I actually don't know. I don't know if whether or not she is eligible to be able to do that, if she has resigned under these circumstances. I don't know. Rahini, if only there was an entity that was supposed to safeguard the public from idiotic politicians. Oh wait, there is the monarchy. Oh, sorry, the monarch. And what is he doing now, I wonder? Right now, Rahini, he's in a fisticuffs with Netflix. FYI, tomorrow is call-in day, so please bring the smoke, the heat, and everything else. Oi. Hi everyone, if you're just joining. Thank you to the mods. Let's see who else is here. Just scrolling through, all the usuals are here. Hi Angela, hi Gina, hi Vanessa, hi Denise, hey Luta, Kay Castillo, hi. Leslie, I almost fell over when I read the heading for today. I was in the doctor's office for 2 hours being tortured. Oh, you poor thing. You were in the doctor's office for 2 hours being tortured, and then you turn on the news, and then you have to hear this. Oh, I hope you're okay, Leslie. All right, before we get into the craziness of today, welcome everyone. Before we get into that, yes, truth for Dilly, the lettuce outlived her. Let's get into some positive things. Oh, I'm echoing. Lots of echoing. Is anybody else here echoing? Go away, girl. Meghan from Prime Minister, please. Oh, Lord. Listen, Meghan can come here, fix all the problems, and cure cancer. They will still hate her. Hi, Official Lauren. Official Lauren, I'm so sorry. Yes, I did see your email, and I promise I will respond. But my entire body is still throbbing from being thrashed around yesterday. I actually didn't get out of bed until 9 today, and I usually wake up at 6. Okay. All right. On to the nicer things before we get onto the drama and clownery. First of all, nice update from one of the charities that Meghan supported. So this is My Grateful. This is an organization that gives employment to refugees and asylum seekers. They opened a food kitchen and they posted an update saying, "We'd like to say a massive thank you to the facilitators and volunteers, all 1,000 plus of them who supported the classes to help train people as chefs to cook. We'd also like to share our gratitude with those who funded the building of the school, Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, and Meghan Markle. The Peel Centre, Unbound Philanthropy, Space Hive, and AHMM Architects. Our work continues and we're grateful. We are doing it with you by our side. One way to support is through our Solidarity Fund, which supports our asylum seeker chefs financially whilst they aren't legally allowed to work. You can donate via this link. So I will repost this on the community tab with a link to where if you're interested at all in donating. But what amazing and impactful work, and what a lovely update. Um, correct me if I'm wrong, but did Harry and Meghan not donate to this? Wasn't this just after they left, right? Or kind of in that initial period of them moving to California? Another post from Kaboom. Along with Archwell Foundation, they have created the playground for kids, and they posted a nice update with children actually playing in the playground. So hopefully that can be a space of healing and joy where kids can just be kids. And sometimes it's just the little things that count to give people a little bit of joy. Harry was out and about, Mr. CEO, Mr. JOB, Mr. Not Living Off the Taxpayer Anymore. So he was with Better Up CEO, and they were on the stage at the Masters of Scale Summit to discuss why leaders need to focus on mental fitness. And one of the things that Harry said was in his previous jobs, i.e., being a working royal and in the army, that therapy and mental health were just two words that he seldom heard. So great to see Harry doing the work and showing up for others and encouraging others also if they feel they need to do the work for themselves, and also encouraging organizations to implement systems that can help people find better balance and mental fitness. So great update there from Harry. I don't have any video from this at all. I'm assuming it will be reposted somewhere at some point, but no video that I can see so far. Right. Give us 1 sec and I'll go through your comments. Paul Charles, Anna's Squiddies. That's going to be our new nickname, Squiddies. Have you guys noticed since the Queen's death that a lot of the royals and Mama Middleton all want to conquer America because they want to take Harry and Meghan's popularity and shine? I mean, I hope they're not deluded and think that they are going to be able to take Harry and Meghan's popularity and shine. Rather, maybe they just want to ride on the coattails, and maybe without the Queen, um, they are able to now do things that they wouldn't have been allowed to before. They feel like they can, and the floodgates have just opened. That's a good point. Janet, maybe you guys can ask Andrew. Ask Andrew. He should be sitting in a cupboard with his teddy bear somewhere. Uh, Sylvia, yes, it was excellent. Thank you for reminding the Squiddies. Now that's what we're calling ourselves now, the Squiddies, to leave a positive comment under Meghan's variety clip. Yes, go to the community tab. I did leave the link to the variety clip. Please leave a positive comment. There are 11,000 plus of you on this channel, so at least 1,000. And go leave comments just to drown out the haters, please, because they're already attacking that comment section. Like when I first went on the video, there was all positive comments. I didn't see a single negative one, and the haters have now come out in full force, of course. See. H9, I love that Harry and Meghan just keep working and taking care of business. Yes, no need to worry about the drama that's happening over here. And what a blessing it is for Harry and Meghan not to be here in all of this, because they would be using Harry and Meghan as shields to literally distract from a whole national crisis. Oi. All right. And speaking of said national crisis, Lizzie is gone. The second Lizzie is gone. Liz Truss has resigned as Prime Minister. her party, or at least a strong majority in her party, basically said, "Girl, you got to go," and girl is going. And there was a live stream of a lettuce with a picture next to Liz on the Daily Star YouTube, and they wanted to see if the lettuce would outlast Liz Truss, and the lettuce did. There's a lettuce having its victory party, Greg's sausage roll, what I think is prosecco, waving the Union Jack. So well done to the lettuce. There were 12,000 people watching that lettuce. Even though this is the Daily Star and this is like one of the trash tabloids, this is still hilarious to me. And yeah, I guess no surprises here. One puppet exiting stage left. I'm sure there will be another one to replace her very soon. For me, um, yeah, I'm unbothered. I feel sorry for anyone who really, uh, can't make a life for themselves anywhere else. Not to say that politics is any better anywhere else, but the UK is a mess, and I don't think things are going to get better. I don't necessarily think that a Labour government is maybe in the initial improve things, but I just think everything is so corrupt now. I just don't have faith. And I'm usually someone that is very optimistic, but with this one, I'm just saying that I don't think the UK is going anywhere nice. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but that's just how I feel. Because it's been a constant downward spiral for almost the last decade. And as Rahini pointed out, well, now was the time of all times, if this truly is a constitutional monarchy where the monarchy can help protect the country, this should have been the time for them to step in. This should have been the time for Charles to step in. Instead, he's fighting with a fountain pen and fighting with Netflix. Boy. Deborah, thank you so much for your lovely comment. Meghan will contact you, I feel. I don't think she will. And that's perfectly okay. Um, there's many reasons I started this channel. Yes, I'm a fan of Meghan. But as I've always said, and even Sussex Squad podcast used to say this whole situation has become bigger than Meghan and Harry and the royals. This is a reflection of a lot of things that happen in our society, and so we have to call it out, and so this um so it doesn't continue, and we have to hold institutions accountable. Um, Karen, I don't understand how the royals can travel on the taxpayers' dimes with the way the UK is now. Neither do I. Um, Paul, how am I feeling after my class? Wrecked. I'm completely wrecked. But I am. My breakfalls really did improve yesterday, and I will be getting my robe next week. So very excited. Janine, lettuce gone up in value in the supermarkets. Lettuce is now worth gold. Uh, um, and yeah, rest in peace to whoever wrote this book about Liz Truss. I don't think this will be selling too many copies. Out of the blue, the inside story of Liz Truss and her astonishing rise to power. Yeah, rest in peace to the authors. That will be going in the sales bin, along with Valentine Lowe's book, Angela Latrine's book, and all the other so-called royal experts books that have failed. True for Dilly, the lettuce eats Greg's. How ironic, yeah. And it's Prosecco Champion. Wait, champagne. It's like a bubbly. It's like a fizzy bubbly. All right. And yet the memes and Twitter comedians were out in full force. Jedward, who are Irish by the way, said Liz killed the pound, the Conservative Party, and the Queen. And somebody else saying, imagine if King Charles died right now. Please do not tempt Nostradamus' prophecy, please. And like we don't need any more drama, please. And Dr. Zane saying, I heard the monarchy is a symbol of stability, but the UK is rather looking unstable. Yes. Judy Dilly, yeah, 99p. It's going straight in the 99p box. That book. Joy Bell, Liz Truss seems like she was a no-nonsense PM. Wonder if Charles allegedly rallied the others to get her out because she's not a yes person. No, I just think that she was never really fit for the job. I don't think it's about her being no nonsense. Rachel Sunday's writers can read the room. Right? Anna, get your robe. It will be time for kick-ass, jackass, stand back men. I mean, the way things are going, we're about to have the Hunger Games and V for Vendetta happen in the UK all at the same time. Like literally, who was it? Owen Jones? Yeah, here it is. Owen Jones saying, surely we need everyone on the streets this Saturday demanding a general election. No, absolutely not. You're gonna stay in your houses until Anne safely gets off this island, please. No marching against authoritarianism before I leave, please. Thank you very much. Who do you think is going to be the next prime minister? Everyone, give me your guesses. Yeah, Benjamin, the pound, the party, and the Queen. Wendy, Liz Truss used to hate the monarchy, then loved them after Charles' disrespect. Where is she now? Well, they all change their tune if they want to get into power, don't they? Angela, is it true that after serving only 44 days in office, Liz Truss is eligible to collect over 100,000 allowance for the rest of her life? Is that true? I know that prime ministers do get an allowance, but I don't think it's. Is it for the rest of their lives? Okay, I'm going to research that and follow up with you with a proper answer tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, she gets something. Claudia, and my 6-year-old grandson has started martial arts at the same time he started. Oh, amazing! Good luck to him. Nash, did Baron come on today? Isn't Baron on later? I think he's on later. Can anyone who knows the answer to that question please put it on in the chat box? Thank you. Miriam, does she get lifelong police protection and a pension as prime minister? Oh, she should get protection. Yes. I don't know about the pension. Denise, wow, the Hunger Games. Well, what does this all look like to you? Isn't this how the Hunger Games started? Alan Vernon, thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. You think Keir Starmer will come in? You think Sunak will come in? 5 prime ministers in 6 years. Good. John Commonwealth as Santa Claus, and he'll probably do a better job as well. I mean, everyone's gonna like him at least. BJ Jones, do you think Sussex supporters help trend the Tindals about holding hands as well as getting jobs? No. That's no. No is my answer to that question. You think it's gonna be Boris Johnson? Rosalind, when will I believe in? Hopefully January. Rahini, you nominate Andrew. Oh, you want us to suffer more? Thank you so much. The corgis. That is a very, very good guess. Oh, Valerie, there is a march on Saturday. EU rejoin. Okay. Thank you so much for letting us all know. Anyone who wants to join the march, please go. Rita, where are the corgis? They are. I love how you're so much more concerned about the corgis than you are about the state of the United Kingdom. Apparently, they are with Andrew, or they will be split between the family members. Okay, Baron is on at 5:30 EST time. Okay, thanks so much. Right, on to the next thing. Yes, and people are calling for a general election. This was on the cover of the Daily Fail. Liz Truss and the Home Secretary in their shouting match, and at the very top, free limited edition Queen Elizabeth II tea towel, only £1. I know the country is falling to pieces, but if you want your Queen Elizabeth tea towel, just give us £1, and you'll get your tea towel memorabilia. Cheryl W, why aren't the British people kicking up a fit in the street and demanding an election? Make some noise, British people. Don't just sit back and take this mess. Oh, I don't think that is gonna happen until literally people are starving. I think that's what it's gonna take. And that's usually what happens when people lose everything, they lose it. Letters for PM. I love that too. All right, moving on from that drama. Judi Dench. Judi Dench, you've had a pretty nice career. You are seen as a golden girl in Hollywood, and this is how you choose to. This is what you choose to line yourself with. Now, Judi Dench is a dame. She was given a dameship, and she released a statement about the crown, calling it cruel and crude. And I wondered at first, why would she, of all people, suddenly come out and say something? Yes, she's a dame, but you have people who have queen's honors who still speak out about bad things that happen in the royal family. Hilary Mantel being one of them. Only to find out it's because she is ice cream besties with Camilla. Oi. Anyway, let's read out Dench's statement. And my first thought when I heard about this was, has Judi Dench said anything about Prince Andrew? And about his victims? About Epstein? About Ghislaine Maxwell? And I couldn't find anything. I did, however, find an article about her defending Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey's work. Are we just not going to see all their films? Yeah. Yeah, we're just not going to see their films, Judi. Like, they're not the only people in Hollywood making films. And if there were more space for other people to make films in Hollywood, we might get better films, more diverse films. But this is what she said. She said, wait one sec. So she said, if my phone will stop acting a fool, Sir John Major is not alone in his concerns that the latest series of The Crown will present an inaccurate and hurtful account of history. Indeed, the closer the drama comes to our present times, the more freely it seems willing to blur the lines between historical accuracy and crude sensationalism. While many will recognize The Crown for the brilliant but fictionalized accounts of events that it is, I fear that a significant number of viewers, particularly overseas, so they're definitely worried about the overseas market, may take its version of history as being wholly true. Given some of the wounding suggestions apparently contained in the new series, that King Charles plotted for his mother to abdicate, for example, or once suggested his mother's parenting was so deficient that she might have deserved a jail sentence, this is both cruelly unjust to the individuals and damaging to the institution they represent. How does she know so well? It's like, oh, is she friends with these people? Are they feeding her these lines? This sounds like it was actually written by somebody in the firm and who just gave it to her and said, can you put your name on this? Because she's talking like she's a family friend. She then goes on to say, one is a greater believer in artistic freedom than I. Sorry, no one is a greater believer in artistic freedom than I. But this cannot go unchallenged. Despite this week stating publicly that The Crown has always been a fictionalized drama, the program makers have resisted all calls for them to carry a disclaimer at the start of each episode. The time has come for Netflix to reconsider for the sake of a family and a nation. Oh, Jesus Christ. so recently believed, oh Jesus Christ, as a mark of respect to a sovereign who served her people so dutifully for 70 years and to preserve its reputation in the eyes of the British of its British subscribers, Dame Judi Dench. Okay, let's just break down all of that nonsense. Let's just break down all of that nonsense. Right, she says that this cannot go unchallenged. How many movies, TV series have been made by Hollywood that misrepresent history, especially when it comes to the history of people of color? That is almost every Hollywood movie that did not have strong black creatives behind it that's ever been made. But Judi Dench only feels to challenge the crown. Then saying that the program makers have resisted calls for them to carry a disclaimer, but then in the same paragraph saying that you believe in artistic freedom. You can't, so those two things don't work together. And Judi Dench, like the rest of the royal family, had no problem with how the other series of The Crown completely and utterly glossed over many of the atrocities of the royals. She had nothing to say about that. And to say that it's time for Netflix to reconsider? What, because you said so? Who are you? Who are you to Netflix? And then she says, for the sake of a family and a nation so recently bereaved. You're gonna speak for a whole nation of 65 people. Not everybody was grieving, my dear. Not everybody was grieving. And for the sake of a family, girl, please. A family that is sitting very warm in their palaces while the British people are gonna freeze in the winter, while the whole country is falling to pieces. So, oh, and then she ends by saying to preserve its reputation. Preserve its reputation. I don't think that this institution is particularly worried about its reputation. If we've got three generations of you know what's under one roof at funerals, pitched from the screen. Those that know. This is an institution that's worried about its reputation. The institution that has brought Andrew back into the fold, and they're worried about their reputation because of Netflix. Girl, please. Please. Oi, to your comments. Um, Miss P talks. If they bring back Bojo, it will definitely crash this third world country. Oh no. I need for the pound to go back up in value before January, please. I'm so, I'm so glad that I've at least secured my accommodation. Because that would have cost me quite a pretty penny. Valerie, people are kicking up a fuss. However, there is a news blackout. That is also true, Valerie. That is also true. Jay, yeah, Miss Dench is just mad she's not in the crown. Because if she had been asked to come on the show, she would have taken that paycheck quick. Judy Daly, I will never watch Dench again. Yeah. Showing her colours. Showing her colours for real. Those of you who are asking what Dame is, it's one of the honours that the Queen gives out. Yes, Joan. Since when does Dame Judi run Netflix? She does not. Oh, thank you so much, Connie Balmer. You are a star. Yeah, Dee, we were forced to be briefed. I mean, you you couldn't not mourn because there was Mourn Hub on every single channel and a whole line snaking through London, right up to your doorstep. Yeah, Wendy Loman, reputation after this week in the UK. What? Excuse me? After this country is taking L after L after L? What reputation are you talking about?
Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you. Another one, thank you.
Yeah, just L after L after L. Alrighty. On to the next thing I was gonna say, just off the back of Miss Judy's comments. The truth is the truth is the truth, and we all know it. The truth is on record, and they can try and erase history. This is literally what they're trying to do. They're trying to erase history, right? We saw this with the funeral, them asking news stations to cut things out. We've seen this with the Diana interview, them basically silencing her. But we know what the truth is. People lived it. Diana said it in her own words. And the truth is that these people are morally corrupt. And here is the famous manuscript, the Tampon Gate manuscript. And it has been confirmed that this will, in fact, be part of the crown. So we will get to hear this dramatized in the crown. And nobody can say that this is fake or fictional because we literally have audio of Miller and Charles. And even if you were to ignore absolutely everything else, this right here is enough to see exactly who these people are. Quacha Queen, she could have played Camilla, yeah. Camilla could have given her lots of tips. All right. On to the next thing. All right, let's just end with the hater news, not to give it too much attention, but Meghan Kelly is apparently running out of cash because she now has a whole channel obsessing about Meghan. The obsession with college, okay, that's a whole, yeah, obsessing about Meghan and usual over the top right wing talking points like obsession with college and alarming number of young men, something, something, something. Talking about Meghan and how why our culture is to blame for Meghan Markle's current persona, Meghan Markle's rise and lies. I mean, details the lies of Meghan Markle's constant need to portray herself as the victim, Meghan Markle's latest deal or no deal complaint. She knew what she was getting herself into. That's what a lot of people were saying to you, Meghan Kelly, when you opened up about your harassment at Fox, and now you're turning around and you're victim blaming another woman. These people have absolutely no shame. But whatever they have to do to pay the bills, right? But they are digging a hole for themselves because nothing good comes from only using hate to grow a platform. Eventually, yes, it can be very lucrative for some time, and we know that hating on Meghan is very lucrative, but eventually it comes back to bite you. Especially as Meghan is building her authority as a key power player in Hollywood. She should maybe take a good, hard look at what's happening to Piers Morgan. That's her future. Thank you so much, Nash. Much appreciated. Jay Bird. Wow, that's embarrassing. It must be terrible for those two birds to have to live this long with that tampon joke. It will never go away. No, it will never go away. We will forever remind them of what happened. And yeah, over on this side of the pond, the usual morning TV talk shows, Yip Yip Yapping. There was a segment on Good Morning Britain where these two, I don't even know what their names are, they're that irrelevant. These two were snickering at the fact that, you know, Meghan got a job at the embassy, you know, because if there's one thing we can't be having is an uppity person of color who was successful in their life. And they were just snickering at the whole thing. Um, and as someone, We Speak the Truth, said on Twitter, they are angry that by telling her story, she is undermining the nasty story they have made up about her. You notice that they have no problem with her talking about Deal or No Deal or being an actress, because those things can be weaponized to cheapen her, yes. Whereas being an ambassador at the embassy, that's just not what people that don't look like us should be doing, if I have to put it that way. And as HRA, the Duke said, Meghan Markle spent 1 minute speaking about her experience on Deal or No Deal during a 52 plus minute podcast where she spoke with Paris Hilton about the bimbo dumb blonde stereotype. Paris then spoke of her life and traumas, the assault she survived, and her advocacy work. The media will have you think that Meghan's entire podcast is a monologue where she just lists off things about her personal life and criticizes them. Forget the participating specialists and academics who've done the research on the topic and who also contribute to the show, mind you. Forget the guests sharing their stories. And every single time they use Meghan's podcast as an opportunity to attack Meghan, they're also attacking the people who come on the show and are vulnerable and everybody who sees themselves in these stories. They are attacking and dismissing everybody who is opening up, being brave to open up, being brave enough to be vulnerable and tell their stories and have these important conversations. They're dismissing all of us. And it's just like, why choose to be so petty and horrible? And a lot of it just comes down to jealousy. You know, people of color, women, working class people who've worked their way up, we're not meant to be in positions where we are successful. And they especially don't like it if you were successful before them. All right, that's pretty much all I had to say. Um, yeah, I think I'll just check my slides. Oh, only other thing was Omid wrote a really good article about um Zara and Mike Tyndall regularly cashing in on their royal status, and he tweeted, "If the wrong nail polish color once had the protocol police bringing back the Salem witch trials, surely a royal family member eating a raw kangaroo anus on on reality TV for a check should result in a full-on media meltdown, right? Of course." So go read Omid's article. And with that, I will take your comments. Thank you so much, everyone. Baron's on soon, right? So I guess you can head over there now, but we'll just finish with your comments. Oi. Um, Truth or Dilly, it will come back to bite her. Meghan Kelly, yeah. Venus Star Point is happening on eclipse on the 22nd of October and will last for years. The age of Aquarius, the haters will get there. Align yourself with kindness, people. Amen, Truth or Dilly. Thank you so much for that. Also, do you know where I can watch the full Oprah interview again? Isn't it floating around YouTube? Or just type in, maybe search on Daily Motion. They sometimes have good Touretted interviews and movies and stuff. Or I think Put Locker is another one. Maybe check there. Just type in like Put Locker the Oprah interview. See if it comes up. Let's see. Yes, Black Queen. Jealous, racist, mediocres for sure. Yes, Girl Lewis. All that hard work to whitewash Camilla's reputation down the drain. Oh, and The Crown's new trailer is out, by the way. So go check it out. I'm not going to post it on this channel because last time, because Netflix don't want us to be great, they deleted it from my channel. Leslie, she double majored in theatre and international relations. Yes, she's more than qualified. Joan, the caveat is that they have to listen to the podcast. Jokes on them, exactly. Yes, gift love. They're all jealous of Meghan's success. I don't understand people who get jealous of other people's success. Maybe it's just because of the way I was raised and I had it embedded in me from a very young age that when people are successful, you learn from them and align yourself with them. You don't get jealous of them. And that's the logical thing to do. You see someone successful, well, presumably you also want to be successful, right? So why not align with them? I don't know. Some of our mothers raised us differently. Other people, I don't know how they were raised. Um, let's see. The Cho DeCeasy, Meghan Kelly, Dan Wooten, Piss Moron, Candace Owens, Katie Hopkins, all in the same camp. Yes, exchange notes carry on about Meghan. I mean, do people just not see this for what it is at this point? Don't understand it. All right, who's gonna get the last word of the day? Who is gonna get the last word of the day? Thank you as always, everyone. Um, oof. Ladybird, the only way to try and be relevant these days is to talk about the only relevant person out there. Yeah. Like, you'd think that nobody else actually exists on this planet. Like, there's me, my mum, all of us in this chat, and Megan, apparently. That's it. uh, but yeah, Sharpie, if they had actually treated Megan better, Camilla would be a lot better off. Hmm. Um, Telling it Maiden, we need to boycott the Middletons' endeavors in America, by the way. I don't think you need to actively boycott their endeavors. I think that they are just going to wither into obscurity because other than royal timeline out on the royal streets online, I have not really seen anything written about this. Like it's really not making news. And why would it? Like you're selling cups and confetti. So I don't think you need to actively boycott it. Just actively ignore it. Like Gail Lewis, every time I hate to say is what she done. To think she can be in these spaces, we should have a list of all of Megan's achievements, and we can cut and paste them into the chat. Yeah, I have them in my folder of receipts. Rita, all of the women trashing Megan, that Megan Kelly and Bethany Frankel. Oh yeah, Bethany Frankel. I didn't mention her because just like whatever, but she had a full-on meltdown and rant about Megan. It's just like, girl, are you okay? Are you okay? It's like they just can't get over that this woman um exists. And it really, really like it angers them inside. It triggers them inside so much. I think a lot of it is because they've grown up their whole lives thinking that they're the one who's gonna get the prince. I mean, Megyn Kelly, she's married, is she not? And to a relatively successful man. So why isn't she happy? Why are you out here criticizing another woman? And for no reason. Not that we can't criticize other women, but there should be a valid reason. There's no valid reason really to criticize Meghan the way that she does and make video after video after a video about her in in a way that is just bullying and harassment. Yeah, Sharon, if they love Meghan so much, why listen to her podcast just to criticize her? uh Jaybird, and your new website is gorgeous. Thank you so much. Can't wait to engage. What an amazing op you're providing. Many thanks for yours on Squaddy's endeavors and positivity. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's gonna take me a good year. For those of you who maybe haven't seen it yet, let me just pop it up on the screen again. Yeah, it's gonna take a good year to really finish it off and create all the content and all the courses and stuff for it, but by this time next year, it'll be fully loaded. And like I said, like 70% of the stuff on this is going to be completely free. So and also check out the Aja Spaces alerts. I'll just post it in the chat. Um, oops, Aja Spaces alerts hashtag where I'll be posting lots of opportunities like these ones that I showed the other day on that hashtag across social media. I'll be doing that weekly. So every single week you'll see maybe 4 or 5 new ones pop up. And if there's anything there that is of interest to you, please do apply. And if you win any opportunities, please do let me know. Let us know. Mm. Valerie, Meghan married a prince. Meghan Kelly is over 50 and married with 3 children, but she's still going after Meghan the Markle. Meghan the Kelly needs to focus on her marriage and her children, not Meghan the Queen's marriage and children. All right, Paul Charles, I'm going to give you the last word of the day. Our Meghan is the Queen of Montecito. Yes, she is. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone. Let's go over to Barron's and go hang out over there. And I'll see you tomorrow. And don't forget, tomorrow is calling. So if you've had anything that you've so desperately wanted to say, and you want to get it off your chest and you want to rant and rave, or you just want to be chill, whatever you want to do, you can say it tomorrow. All right. See you then. Ciao.
Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. Up this time. Up this time. Up, 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 I've never ever given up this time. Never given up this time. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. I've never ever given up this time. Never given up this time. Never given up this time. Never given up this time. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind. Everybody's saying that I lost my mind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. 'Cause everybody knows that I've been on the grind, but I ain't never ever given up this time. I've 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 never ever given up this time.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.